Do you wish that you could study more efficiently for your GCSEs or your A-levels? The first thing I would say is you want to do less volume and more intensity. Study most effectively and it reduces the chance of burnout massively. An equation I learned in this book, Deep Work by Cal Newport, is that deep work, efficient studying, is calculated by time spent times by intensity. Intensity is how deep the work is. For example, you could spend 3 hours at an intensity of 3 out of 10, or you spend 1 hour on an intensity of 9 out of 10, and you're doing the same level of studying in a shorter amount of time. So for this tip, what I would suggest is you mitigate distractions as much as possible. Don't have your phone near you while you're working. Say to people in your house, don't come into my room, I'm doing deep work. Focus while studying is the way to make it efficient and the way to make it time effective. There are only 2 specific revision study tips I'm going to give in this video. Number 1 is specificity, and number 2 is retrieval over input. Now what specificity means is that you work specifically. And the way you can do this is by doing work that focuses on your weaknesses when it comes to a specific topic. Next, what do I mean by retrieval over input? Well, I talked about it in my GCSE success video, and that is that the brain learns better by retrieving information rather than having information put into it. This means that the revision methods we use should involve testing the brain and getting us to retrieve information rather than just putting information back into the brain that we've already seen before. So this means things like rereading, rewriting notes, highlighting are pretty irrelevant and crap methods, whereas things like answering exam questions, making mind maps from memory, and sort of flashcards, retrievally quick little methods like that are the best way to go. In life, you can't just do the things that you enjoy. You have to learn to enjoy the things you do. The way we can apply this to studying is, for a lot of people, the idea of revising, the idea of doing work is really unenjoyable. However, it's unavoidable if you want to do well academically. So, what can we do to make sure that we enjoy the task of studying a little bit more? I think you can learn to enjoy it by creating certain aesthetics when it comes to studying. Now this means creating your study space in a way that you like, using things like your favourite pen, having a study playlist that helps you to focus. I've now associated certain music on my Spotify with deep work because I've learned to enjoy the process of putting that music on, hearing those tunes, getting into a focused state, and when I finish a bit of work, when I've done that, I feel good. I feel like I've enjoyed the experience. My next point is called sanctity of space. It's quite a nice little phrase, and what it basically means is you have to create a space in your room or in your house that is sacred, or maybe a better term for this video is a space that is specific for doing work. Make sure that the only thing you do in that space is the sacred activity. An unconscious sort of signal in my brain that when I sit in the chair at my desk, I'm here to do work, I'm here to be productive. I have another chair in the other side of my room by my TV where I do my leisure activities. But in this space, we're focused and we're here to work. Now the final point is my favourite. And I think it'll be less frequently thought about by other people in my position. And that is, you have to look at learning holistically. Because revision and studying is not a separate, mutually exclusive activity. It affects every other activity you do. The things you do in life affect everything that you don't do and everything you're going to do afterwards. The reason you look at learning holistically is because you know that the other things you do are going to affect your study. The studying and the revision are just the stimulus, but the learning happens at all times. It's like going to the gym. When you train a muscle, you break the muscle tissue down, and that is the stimulus for the muscle growth. But the muscle doesn't grow in the gym. The muscle grows when you recover and when you sleep. And the same thing works for studying. You can see the brain like a muscle, and training it to learn information is training it like you train a muscle in the gym. This means that to learn efficiently, we can actually put some focus on other aspects of our lives and not just what we're doing while we're revising, as you've got to prioritise your sleep. Research has found that people under 6 or 7 hours of sleep, their learning and ability to retain information decreases massively. Your brain goes through the information you've learned throughout the day during sleep. It consolidates what you know during sleep. So if you're not getting around 8 hours of sleep a night, especially at my age, you're going to struggle to learn. you're going to struggle to retain information and you're not getting the most out of your study sessions. Quality and duration of sleep were the reason for 25% of the variance in college students' grades in a study that was done in America. 25%. That is unbelievable. Prioritise sleep, people. It's one of the best things you can do for all aspects of life. You've got to eat well. You've got to eat healthy. It's so annoying. I know that you hear all the time, yeah, eat a balanced diet, all that bollocks. No, I'm talking like eat nutritious foods. Like nutrient-dense foods is how your body functions, man. If you're not giving your body the nutrition it needs, how is it going to function properly? How is your brain going to retain the information that you need for the test? Research has shown that students with poor dietary choices are more likely to perform badly in an academic setting. It has generally been researched. It's not just me telling you to eat vegetables. Get your body moving. Exercise in any way you can, whether it's running, it's cycling, it's lifting weights, it's swimming, it's yoga, it's Pilates. All of these things you can do, but get your body moving to train your mind to be disciplined to do the work. It also helps with your cognition and your learning. You sleep better after your exercise. It is great for your mood, so you're more likely to be focused, you're more likely to have that motivation. Your exercise helps your grades and your academic performance massively. Exercise has been shown scientifically to help memory and focus. It's also shown to improve people's attitudes towards their studying. It increases your motivation. If you can stick to an exercise program, you can stick to a revision timetable, and you can get the results that you want. I'm going to make a whole separate video on how, for me, going to the gym has helped my academic performance, so I'll go more into that another time. Your well-being, yeah? Promote positive well-being. Do things that make you feel fulfilled and good within yourself. I know that just telling someone to reduce their stress does nothing, but try and do the things that means you will avoid stressful situations and you'll promote a positive well-being. This is things like meditation, like journaling, getting good sleep, eating well, exercising. Knowing that your performance academically does not define your life. That reduces the stress quite significantly. Now that's it for this video. If you do have any tips for other people, then whack them down in the comments below, but I hope you did enjoy. I hope you appreciated my weird little tips that I think will help you out. They're a bit outside the box, a bit abstract, but they've helped me out a lot in the past year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, if you'd like to join the Be an Anomaly movement, then I suggest you hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time for more.